What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, and coming to you in the Orange Dungeon today, man. Getting to your real raw, rugged, and like the Breakfast Club say, man. Got a special guest in the building. I'm letting him introduce himself, man. Who we got?
Yo, it's your boy 6 Cents, producer extraordinaire.
Hey, man. Usually y'all know I come with the FaceTime, but I don't know. One of our FaceTimes is messing up, so.
It's mine.
Oh,
I'll
is yours?
Yeah, because it was tripping with my girls too. So
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with the audio today, but before we even get to the interview, I just want to talk about how regular this nigga 6 6 is, man. I'm thinking this nigga doing some Hollywood shit. This nigga a regular nigga, man. Like
straight up.
this nigga just meet niggas off Craigslist and everything, man. Being in the music industry, have you seen niggas that are like Hollywood? Like, have you encountered that yet?
Man, I encountered niggas like that before I even got to the industry.
Mm.
It's a weird mentality that some people just. That's just what that's what gets their gears going. Or I guess it works for them, but man, most of the guys that I deal with that are actually doing this shit for real, or like actually humble, real, like genuine.
What makes you stay down to earth? Like, what makes you just don't turn Hollywood like some other niggas?
Cause man, just where I come from, like just from my ground zero was like fucking tough as hell.
Mm.
It was just my ground zero was just very hard, bro. Like no hot water, fucking I could see outside my house, essentially sitting in the bathroom like it was a fucking crack in the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that serious. Mice, all type of shit. I came from very, very humble beginnings, and like that's just where my roots are, man. So I don't give a fuck how much money I make or whatever. Like I'm always gonna just be driven, and I'm always gonna live by like the values and standards that my grandfather and my mother and my grandmother and just my entire family put in me. Like we all the same way. But
So,
man.
so it's safe to say that you came from the hood, am I right?
Yeah, I did pretty much, man. In Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. My fault. Keep going.
No, you're good, brother.
No, that kind of makes me. I wasn't planning to ask a question at all, but I sometimes ask people these questions that are coming from the hood or know people from the hood, and I have this theory that I feel like a lot of black young men that are rappers today. They're born in the hood, poverty, probably done killed niggas, done seen niggas get killed, went through a lot of stuff, and I feel like they go straight from the hood with all this money into all these big lights, and I feel like a lot of people in the hood aren't mentally right because you see some stuff that niggas in Iraq don't even see sometimes, depending where you from. So I just want to ask you, do you think that mental health is ignored in hip hop, and if so, what can be done to try to push it to the forefront to help some of these young black brothers that's not really all the way there because they done seen some crazy stuff?
I mean, the best thing that's helped me was just really the know-how and knowledge and how to like react to certain things. But yeah, you're right. Like in the hood, man, just transitioning or making that transition there is like it's not easy at all. Like everything that I've learned has just been hard way. Like damn, I wish I'd have done this different or that. And then I just learned from that mistake and then keep it pushing. But it is something that's like just, I don't know, it's like, hell, the crazier you are, it's better in the hood. I don't know, it's just weird as fuck. But
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Once you start getting into fucking trying to make money and really like make a business out of your talent, like you can't. You have to change. I mean, I come from the hood, but I've never had like an aggressive mentality to just really ever fuck with people or do any. I've done negative things. Don't get me wrong, but I've just never been the type of person to just start no conflict with anybody. But I have known people like that, and hell, they still in the hood doing that same shit. Just fucking trying to get into conflict with people, robbing people, and just in other people's business and doing things that they have no business doing.
So you're almost like, I don't know how to say. I know you produced for Kendrick. You almost like Good Kid, Mad City is what it sounds like.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
Okay. Well, well, going back to when you were a kid, What were some things that you listened to, like music wise?
Shit, so much. Man, my mom is an artist too, so like she would paint a lot when I was growing up, and just while she did her pieces, she would listen to entire albums of just different shit, a whole bunch of jazz that I don't know the titles or the artists, but I remember Brian McKnight entire albums being played, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Seal, you know what I'm saying, like
Mm.
shit like that, and that's really a lot of what influenced me artistically and just I mean creatively, and her drive, like she still paints like every day, you know, like that's just what she do, and I feel like she helped me a lot in her work with her work ethic for mine. So
So so listen to those. I know you said they influenced you. Uh, those are jazz songs, Brian McKnight. Those are typically slow paced songs, and you have like some. You have work with Bryson Tiller, Drake, who also does little R&B things. Do you also like want to tap into more of just like the R&B or singing or type of like slow music type of lane?
um, man, excuse me, I just got done eating
No,
and
you
some
good.
stuff all in my damn throat. Personally, man, I enjoy everything. I enjoy rap and hip hop as well, just the same as R&B. Um, as I got older and I started listening to my own and picking out my own music, I would listen to Tupac, just Big L, all different types of things, like from everywhere, bro. Um, and I loved it, man. Like it was just, I love the beats and I just love the artists and how they put their shit together. Um, Cash Money was a heavy influence for me too.
Mm.
Um, shit, man. What was the last question again? I'm sorry, I got lost.
Oh, nah, you good? Nah, I was just saying like, could you ever see yourself producing like some R&B tapes?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, bro. I like it all, man. I'm like all over the place. Um, like hell, we just did this shit with Khalid. You know, it's like just the music and the feel of that music. It all felt the same as me making like fucking Know Yourself for Drake or
Mm.
it just felt good. And that's what I channel. I just try to figure out, or not even it's not even nothing that my mind can grasp. It's just I search for a feeling, and in my music, I don't know where the fuck it's gonna go or who it's gonna be or whatever. I just try to make myself feel good to where I can. It just invokes emotion. Essentially, it's just what I look for is something that just drives you or just pushes your emotions when you hear my shit. But no, I can't say that I would want to do more R&B, but I just want to do more dope shit, just wherever it lands, man.
Okay, okay,
Whatever genre.
okay. Well, what even made you want to get into producing? Hey, hold on. Before you even answer that, you must say some good shit, man. That shit's still in your throat, man.
Hell yeah. I had this hardy dude, fast food, I shouldn't have ate that shit. But yeah, it's how it be.
Yeah, but what made you get into producing?
Man, as a kid, I've always loved beats, dog. Like my grandfather, he always had keyboards around the house, so um, just it was like second nature just to just stumble upon this shit. So at a certain point in my life, when I was very young, um, like I said, I was always captivated by music and just the beats to all the songs that would hear as a kid. I never thought like, damn, I could do that. But with my grandfather having all these keyboards, I would try to still take one or whatever and just mess with it because he would think that we were just making noise and that we were gonna break his stuff. And truth be told, we were kids, so it was possible that shit could have got broke. But I would always steal it. I would steal that shit anyway. Like I don't care. I just didn't care if I got in trouble. It didn't matter. I just wanted to just make these little loops, and it wasn't my like everyday thing. But just here and there, I just had the idea that like I want to create. So I would take these keyboards, and I had a karaoke machine too. I would freaking record to one tape, 3 minutes of hi hats, then put the tape in the other deck, hit play, record, let the hi-hats play while I'm doing like the snare now, and then do that shit for 3 minutes. So these are like my first little creations. And of course, my granddad had a couple boards. It was a Yamaha PSR 36 or something like that. And you could create like 2-measure loops. So I would just create these stupid 2-measure loops too, or whatever. But that's essentially how the love and the drive, or I like I could actually just create some shit. That's where it started. But when I started actually making beats, is when I got a dog called MTV Music Generator. This was around my last year of school, of high school. No, I'm sorry, I take it back. Around like 11th grade or so. So I get this program. Of course, everybody thinks it's for PlayStation and shit, but I actually had it for PC as a computer program. So with me having it on my computer, it allowed me to export WAV. On PlayStation, if you exported WAV, hell, you wouldn't even have no memory or nothing to export it to. But when I figured out I could export WAV from that DAW, that's when I made my first little beats or whatever, exported them out, put them on CD, and I just showed some homies essentially, and then that's how I sold like my first beat, $50.
Wow. I know you said you were talking about your granddad with the piano and stuff. Can you play any instruments yourself?
Man, I can't really play. I never put in that time to get really good in that aspect. But I know like music. I can play in my mind, essentially. When I put shit down in FL, it sounds like I'm playing. But I can't play fluent. But I know about, like, just different things as far as, like, with piano, velocity, and just, the placement of the keys as far as, like, quantizing.
If you could play... My fault, what you said? No, I was about to say, if you could play any instrument fluently, what would you pick?
It would be the piano, for sure. I love the piano. Like, it's just... It's like the most beautiful thing. Yeah. I actually played the trumpet in school, but it was only in junior high school, and last year I was trash. So, I don't even count that shit, but it happened. And but the whole time I'm in there, I'm like, man, I just want to play the drums. And that's just my whole thoughts. But yeah, man, that was that.
Yeah, I feel because I used to be in a band too, and I used to play trombone, and I was the same way. I wanted to play the drums. I don't know what it is about the drums, but just niggas want to play the drums, man. The shit look fun, man.
The crazy thing is, though, I thought it was so easy. I thought I was so cocky. One time, my band teacher was doing it. The drummer was getting one of the things wrong. So he said, he asked if anybody else felt like they wanted to do it, and I stood up. I went over there and tried, man, and I couldn't even get it. That shit was so hard. So I was like, fuck. I was so embarrassed. I talked all that shit.
It's hard, and it's for some reason like playing the percussion is really hard in the look. I don't know why, but it's really hard in the look.
Hell yeah.
But are you one of these? You're talking about producing. I know a lot of producers have been doing this lately. Are you a producer that like to get on the mic too and rap or sing?
No. I got that out of my system way early. Essentially, I'm sorry. When I first started, like making beats earlier on, I was rapping with my cousin, and my production / rap name was Blue Jay, which is crazy as fuck. Considering like my affiliation with Boy Wonder Letter, like that would make my career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how he was from Toronto, it's just crazy how that shit lined up. But yeah, I rapped, and I was actually pretty alright. It's just my heart was always into production, and I only rap because I wanted to see how something sounded on my beats, So that was that, and that era is over with.
Was it good?
No, it was alright, but
okay.
Nah, bro.
I mean, are we gonna see the return of Blue Jay one day, man? You might have to Blue Jay.
Hell no, never. I don't even want that. I'm just using all my skill from rap. I just put it into the beats.
Oh,
I said, fuck rap.
I'm glad you know that. I knew
what I had to do to get good at it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's either gonna be one or the other.
I'm glad you know that, because a lot of producers don't know when to stop. Like they good at beat making, but they get on the mic and just like, hey, it's not meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you know that.
Hell yeah.
But
early.
wait, what beat did you first make and you started getting buzz? Like, what was the beat that you made and you was like, I could possibly
Um,
make a career out of this?
Fuck, man, it was probably some shit that like I can't remember, bro, because I make so many beats. I think it was just some shit earlier on, like um when I was in the studio, younger or whatever. I made this beat, man, and I sent it to one of my homies. He got that shit to Jagged Edge, and they actually recorded to it. You
Wow.
can slip call it my first placement, but nothing ever happened from that. And when they got on my shit, that was the very, 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 very first time anybody with any kind of clout was like, yeah, I would get on, I get on this beat.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't know my name or nothing. They fuck with the song, they fuck with the producer. It's just, I don't know. Hold on a second. Yes. Okay, baby girl, we're eating a little bit, okay? Go ahead and That's my daughter.
Shout out to the daughter, man.
Straight up. Shit, man. They just, I don't know what happened with that, bro. It's just that shit fell through, and but I kept pushing. I didn't let that stop me. I was discouraged that it didn't come out or anything, but like that was my first thing that let me know, like, okay, somebody could actually appreciate my shit enough to use it. Because before then, it was niggas trying to talk me down on my shit. Just niggas in the hood that was getting beats and they wanted to get them for 30. I'm like, nah, bruh, they 50. But some guys, they just wouldn't stop, and that's they just, I'm like, all right, if this is what you can afford, then fuck it, I don't care. But I could never even really put a price on my shit anyway, man.
Yeah.
It was always hard for me to do that within itself.
I not to switch it from pricing because I kind of want to talk about that too, but
That's cool.
just talk about like not how I found you because I've heard your beats before. I just never looked at the producer name like, oh, that's him. This is like a couple months ago actually. I'm looking at this YouTube series about sampling, and basically they'll play the original song and then they'll show the song that it was sampled in, and I forget what song it was, but it was one of your songs. I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm just curious on what are your thoughts on sampling because I've been obsessed with sampling lately because I think it's an art. I think it's an art form, really, because everybody can do it.
It is. That's why man, like on the production side with my samples, bro, I don't like with my homies. I don't throw them whatever samples they want. I know producers or whatever they're real secretive about their samples because it takes a lot to dig and find these shit. But I feel like we all hear shit different, so sampling is. I feel like 90% of the shit that I placed has been from samples because I love sampling, but it's just that's like you said, it's an art form. And even shit that I've sampled years ago, when I hear it now, I hear it different, and I sample it different. I'll sample a beat that I made, you know what I'm saying, like a couple years ago, and it just fuck, man, whoever came up with the sampling or all that, they are just heavily appreciated in this household or in my life. Period.
Because I always wondered this too. How do producers find some of these samples? Because these be some obscure samples that like you've never heard in your life. Like, how do you find some of these just random obscure songs?
Man, I just it's a fucking search, man. Personally, I go everywhere. Whatever. I hit play on the video or something. But I go to record stores. I go on websites that you have to pay for sometimes. I go to YouTube. I ask friends for different folders and shit. We'll trade. And I'm always searching for sound, even when I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ears are always open. Hell, I could be walking down the street and I hear some shit at a restaurant with speakers on the outside, and I'll just walk over there with my phone and Shazam or, memo record it and then bring it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on that pursuit to find something.
What's one of your favorite like songs that you weren't aware of until you sampled it that you actually still like to this day? Like it's a hard song.
Man, one of my favorites is that Marvin Gaye, Distant Lover live version I sampled for Backyard. Like, that shit's still one of my favorite songs. Just how it comes in, bro, like this is so dynamic. It's so beautiful.
It is. It is.
Fuck. It's just one of them ones when you get lost in every time. So that's one of my ones.
Well, to go swiftly into that, that's one of the things I want to talk about. That's actually one of my favorite Travis Scott songs of all time is Backyard because I think that sample is crazy. And then when I found out, I do my research about you before I did this interview, I found out that you did this. I'm like, that's crazy. That's one of my favorite songs that he's made. And it just, how did that song come about? How did that beat come about? Like, just tell me about that whole process.
Oh, so man, like I told you, that song was one of my favorite songs of all time. I had that sample for years. I'm talking about like I remember when College Dropout came out, Spaceships was on there. And I wanted to hear that original sample, which was Marvin Gaye. I love that original song. But just when I found the fucking live version, I fell in love with that shit even more. So I just lived with the song for a long time. I had it on a fucking iPod, one of those old iPods.
Yeah.
Whatever. And you know, I vibed to. I sampled it probably 10 times. It sounds different every time. But the last version I ever did was the version that Travis Scott has. Me and my homie OZ. I don't know. One day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking tackle this shit because I never felt like I got it right. You know what I'm saying? Like I had these beats or whatever to the same sample, and different time signatures, you know, different vibes, but nothing felt complete to me for how I felt about that record. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna let this shit come out until I feel like, or I'm not gonna send it to nobody until I absolutely feel like it's just 100. And so I work on this beat, man, and I get to it, start chopping the sample, and just I don't know how I came about with the ooh. I grabbed it, and that shit came together. I put a little vibe on there, put some drums on there, played some keys, and then I sent it to my homie OZ. Initially, it had like a more hip hop vibe. I had a swing on the kick, and when I sent it to OZ, he took the swing off the kick and made it more just, you know, hip hop, more bouncy, and or new hip hop, I would say, like more bouncy or whatever, and changed the snare, so that gave it the feel that you hear today. And he added some tunes in there too, so it was just a really, really strong, dope ass collab. I would say Travis had a little bit to do with the sequencing too, because in the intro it sounded a little different from what we sent. He did, you know, when he came in, he had a bag of chips or something.
Yeah.
And it's just something in the sample that wasn't there in the intro. I think he did, but that shit's lit, man. That's one of my favorite records that I've ever played.
Yeah, that's hard. Speaking about just people that you work with, just keep it going down the line. I don't know how to pronounce his name. You just said it earlier. Is it?
OZ?
No. Khalid? Khalid? How do you say it?
Yeah, Khalid.
Yeah, Khalid. Yeah. Tell me, like, how did you? Because I see you on a lot of his songs. Like, how did you connect with bro?
Man, bro was brought to me by one of my close friends. His name is Nick Barr. He's a cool dude, man. Nick don't even do music. He always keeps his ear open, and he just has a good ear for talent. So, you know, me and him, we talk, we chill. You know, like sometimes we'll be in LA, man, and we just chill out, listen to music or whatever. He's just one of my real close homies.
Yeah.
So he texted me one day, and it's like, yo, would you be interested in working with this kid? He sent me the only song he had on SoundCloud at that time, I believe, which was I forget. I don't think it was saved. But as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, hell yeah, please, let's go.
Oh, so, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just like going back to just you being so down to earth, like it's like somebody like your homeboy just texts you, be like, you need to make a song with him, and you like it, and you just make it like that. Just, you know, I feel like a lot of people would just be like, oh, hit my manager for that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just cool that you did that. But yeah, just keep going.
No, I mean, bro, the way I reacted to that and just everything that happened all the way up until this point could possibly be like the biggest bag or biggest check I've ever gotten, period.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Just based off of me investing my time into bro, him investing his time into me too. Like it wasn't just me. He had to perform as well, and he definitely did. And bro, like this shit is doing numbers. Like with a new artist, I ain't never even thought about it like that. The fact that he's brand new and like tearing the fucking charts down right now is just ridiculous, bro. But yeah, he asked me that I want to work with him. I was like, yeah. He actually asked Ducko too. So me and Ducko ended up being the first producers that Khalid ever worked with, because Ducko did Reasons, and then shit, I did a couple. We had a couple of them that we worked on initially that probably won't ever come out, but they're a lot more gutter and just grittier. They sound kind of crazy. They might get released one day, but like hell, a long time after Khalid, it's just, I would say, tore through the industry. But yeah, man, like bro, he's a beast, man.
Yeah, he's fired.
You know?
He's fired. I mean, just speaking about artists, being big or whatnot. Possibly the biggest artist you work with is Drake. And yeah, how did that come about? That nigga's like superstar status.
Shit, my brother, Boy Wonder, man. Boy Wonder, I signed with him in 2010 or 2011, along with Ducko. Like, we signed a deal just from vibing with him and just linking up with him after this beat battle. And he just fucked with the sound so much, man. Like, hell, more than I did at that point. To be honest, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have conversations with Boy Wonder, man, when I was at a point where I felt like quitting. I felt like wasn't shit happening for me. Like, I was like, look, man, I got kids. I got to work. I got to do something.
Yeah.
Like, like something has to make. And, a lot of the time when you don't understand things, you start to assume. And then after you assume, your feelings get hurt because your assumptions essentially, or your expectations aren't, they're not met because you don't even know what the fuck you're thinking or what that was my initial introduction to the industry. Because, for instance, I got a placement with MGK. It was on his first album, Lace Up. It was called What I Do with Bun B. And then in that same week, I had got a placement with DJ Drama through Boy Wonder, and it was called So Many Girls. And so I'm like, fuck, man, I ain't never had nothing, nothing like that's ever happened to me. I'm slick feeling like I could quit my job. I didn't do that, but I'm like, I felt like a fucking king, man, because I'm like, dog, I didn't only get one placement, but I got two. Like, my first one, and then another one happens. Like, I ain't gonna lie, in my life, bro, a lot of things have happened like that for me. Like, if you notice with the Khalid shit going crazy right now, then the Kendrick record comes out, and then the Drake shit, and then the Tiller shit, all that shit happened around the same time. So I don't know. I feel like when the stars align for me, and like just my blessings come, they come in twos, and it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna go back and check on that, because for real, a lot of the times, bro, like when I get placements, another one comes right out of the gate, and it's like, yo, where did that shit come from?
Say, man.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying. I mean, a lot of people don't get that, so I mean, just eat them blessings up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, bro. I heavily appreciate it, man. I send praise right back.
Yeah.
And it's just, and they keep coming. I'm like, yo, sometimes I'd be like, God, what is you doing? Like, for real. This can't be real. This is not what is happening right now. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be real as fuck. I'd really be feeling like I'm dreaming a lot of the time. Because it's weird to say, but I'm out here really just working. I don't really have a super solid team structure. You know what I'm saying? And like, all this shit is happening for me, and like, it just seems like everything is all in order, but truth be told, it's just me, and I got my lawyer, which is like damn near my family, and I got somebody that handles my management, but like, he's here and there. He's not really like 100. Yeah. So it's like I don't have that team. But hell, I would say, like, what's really gotten me through and what's made a lot of this shit happen for me is my friends. Like, Boy Wonder's my friend, and OZ, Seven Thomas, Tiggy, like, all these guys or whatever that moved through the industry are like my friends. So, when we talk and when we hang out, we just making beats and shit and chilling. And then, just from those interactions and those vibes, just we place music and shit just spreads and keeps going. But bruh, it's crazy, man.
Well,
it's crazy.
Before we get off Drake, I mean, I gotta praise you one more time, man. Just talking about one of a nigga best songs. Hey, man, you and Ducko are gods for what is it, draft day? Man, y'all niggas, man. Let's talk about that beat, man. Like y'all got the Lauryn Hill sample going on right there, man. Like man, how did that come about?
So, bruh, I got so many samples in my computer, man. Like, I'm the sample guru, bro. It's just, that's what it is. Like, I remember I used to think Ducko was a sample dude, but nah, I got that shit, bro. Period. And it ain't just shit. That's just whatever. It's just I got damn near everything. And like, I sit on shit for a long time. Like, I still got things in there that I have to go back to, just to catch a vibe or whatever, or just catch my ear the right way. And that sample was one of those samples. It was just something I had in there. Like, I used to hear that shit in the car on my way to school, so I always felt like it was just one of my favorite songs. Just so when I got to it, I went to the part that spoke to me, which was that breakdown, that la 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 la. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, dude, once I did that, chopped it, put it on the beat, whatever, and put some effects and shit. I bullshit you not. I hit the keys on the MIDI control. I put up a VST. I picked the bass, and this shit went so quick, bro. I feel like it didn't. I feel like the first bass I picked is the one that ended up being the one that's on there. But at the same time, like, all right, I picked the bass, and then I hit the keyboard. First note, second note, third note. It was the exact notes that you hear on the damn song. So it was like, what the fuck? I don't really know how to play like that, but them notes sounded so amazing when I hit them like that on that sample. So I put it down, and me and Ducko was in the room together. And once we heard this vibe, we looked at each other like, what the fuck? This shit is stupid. It just sounded so beautiful but dark at the same time. So, we're going back and forth and shit, just trying to do different things. And Ducko's helping with the percussion. It was a lot that we put into the beat or whatever, like, before it actually even came about. But fuck, man, we just kept going on it, kept building on it. Ducko actually had put like a part that you probably won't even hear on the end. I don't know if I ever pull up the original shit or whatever, but pretty much, man, we just had a lot on this shit. I sat on this for a long time too. Like, I would take it to Atlanta and show different people just to see what they thought about it. Everybody gave me an ugly face, like, yeah, this shit is stupid.
Yeah.
But nobody just knew what the fuck nobody just knew or what to do with it. So I sent it to Boy Wonder, and like a few days later, he sent me back some shit like with the drums, with the hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. After that, he fucking he hits me and was like, no. It was actually another beat that I had sent to him that Drake had got on. He's like, yo, Drake is on this beat. And fucking, it's crazy as fuck. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was just going through it like, yes, it's everything I've been working for is finally happening. And it turns out, a few days later, he sent me something else, and it ended up being Draft Day. So it was another, I guess they switched the beats, or I don't know what happened. But, yeah, I'm in the studio like 4 a.m., and I get a text, like, just with the first little part where Drake was like, Draft Day, Johnny Manziel, 5 years later, how am I the man still? And, like, we all in the studio and shit, and Ducko was asleep or whatever. So as soon as I got that text, bro, and I played it out loud, motherfuckers was going crazy. It was like 2 other people in there, DJ Fool, and one of our homegirls named Red, and we just was damn near crying, like, yo, what the fuck? Talking about just straight up fucking, I don't even know what the word, man. We were just so happy. Wake up Ducko, like, yo, Drake is on our shit. And he gets up. He's confused as fuck. He's like, wait, what? I was like, bro, listen. I played him the little clip and shit, and he gets up and he's excited as hell. So I was actually while I was getting sent this text. I was making some food because I was hungry as fuck. It's 4 a.m. You know, we got a long fucking day in the studio. We had just got back from Kroger, so I'm making my food. As soon as I get this clip with Drake, I instantly lost my appetite, threw all my fucking food away, and I'm so fucking excited, bro. Like, we definitely didn't go to sleep that night. But that's the story of Drafted.
Hey man, it's a beautiful beat, beautiful story. Everything beautiful surrounding that right there, man.
Hell yeah.
It's a classic. But hey, just going to highs to another high, which had to be a high, is this new Kendrick song. Explain exactly what's because it's like 3 different parts of that song, and I'm not really for sure what you did on there. So just explain how that happened and what you exactly did.
Definitely. So with that one, bro, you know, I work with the kid Khed. I was in LA in the studio working with him. Me and Axel Foley, like that's my brother too. We just sitting there vibing, no general direction or whatever. What we're doing, we just like to create and just see where it goes. Khed had sung a few things, and I don't know. It was just different, a whole bunch of different shit. So me and Axel are just going in, and then I don't know which one of us reversed the vocal. It could have been him or me, but we reversed the vocal, and then Axel came back and put the fucking put the vocal on there going forward too. So it was going reverse and forward, if you can hear that in there. And keep in mind, it's still Khed, so
yeah. Which part is that? Because I was trying to listen. Is that?
It's the intro, the first beat.
Okay.
Is Khalid's voice, and then we just play keys behind it, and it actually sounds different from what we initially sent. I don't know. The beat is all the same. Don't get me wrong, but it was just a couple more chords in there that, and I think it was. I don't know. I just had to show it to you to explain better, but we put the key with the chords on there. Put the effects and stuff on the vocals and shit, and Axel played these drums, and we lined everything up right, and we just got this vibe, and we just sitting there like, fuck, man, this shit is crazy. So of course Axel, you know, he knows Kendrick just personally, like Russ produced for him before, so he sent him this beat, and like, bro, it was so fast. I'm talking like I've never seen nobody like I've never had anybody say they wanted to beat so quick. But Kendrick was like, yeah, he wanted it, and Axel hit me and let me know. He was like, Kendrick said he wanted that. So I was like, fuck yeah, I was just happy because I'm like, man, I always wanted to work with bro, like period. So on top of that, you know, we got Khed involved as well, so that's a fucking win-win, you know, to be able to work with somebody like that and to be able to pull your friends in on it as well. So, fucking, I was just ecstatic. And that's how that one came about, bro.
So, did you talk to him after that? Like, you weren't really in the studio with him. It was just the email, right?
Yeah, we sent him that, and then hell no, I didn't have any contact with Kendrick. Like that's just Axel. So I still haven't talked to Kendrick, bro.
Oh, okay. So you don't really know. If any what's going to be on the album, or if you haven't. None of that.
I don't know what's going to be on the album. I do not. I wish I did. The only thing I do know is that I got homies that produced on there that produced some crazy shit. I'm talking about, man, like it's some of the hardest shit I've heard, and the fact that it's connected to Kendrick as well just makes it that much better. And I don't know, I haven't heard the songs he did with the beats, but I heard the beats, and fuck, we got some guys, some pretty heavy new guys on here that's really gonna make a name for themselves off these beats, bro.
Yeah, exactly. What sound are the beats going? Like, is it a new sound, jazzy sound? Like I don't, because we like what kind of sound is it?
I would say like fucking that hard shit. Like it's not like the jazzy sound you would think. it's like fucking it's like fucking Memphis, fucking like I don't know what to call it, bro. Like it's just it ain't even it's L.A. It's Memphis. I can't say it's Nashville. I don't know if I don't think our track is gonna be on the album. But yeah, bro. Like from what I've heard, it's gonna fucking.
Like, have you heard? Have you heard? I forget what Untitled it was, but have you heard the levitate, 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 levitate?
Yeah,
Is it like that?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
In a way, yes.
Wow. Okay.
But just on some different shit. I don't even know how to fucking explain it. I can't wait either, to be honest, because Kendrick is such an elevated mind, dude. You just never know.
Yeah, I was about to ask, are you a Kendrick fan?
Yes, I love his shit.
Okay.
I love his shit. Bruh. He speaks to me. He speaks to me, man.
How did you feel about Pimp Butterfly? Because I know we got a lot of mixed reactions from people.
Man, I loved it. That's what surprised me, because I don't know, man. As a producer, like I felt like that shit was just, bro. Like just to sum it up for you, you know, like the Drake shit was nominated for a Grammy the same year that Kendrick was. If you're reading this shit, so that was my chance to win a Grammy. I was rooting for Kendrick because the shit was so good, bro. I love that shit. All the transitions, just everything was perfect, man. And like I lived with that album for a little bit, but definitely, bro. Like I'm a fan. I've been a fan since. I'm not gonna lie, since Section 80. I didn't know Kendrick until then.
So I mean,
Section 80.
But you've been rocking with it for a little minute, because Section 80 came out 2011, 12. So hey, man, so that nigga's that's my favorite rapper right now. So to see you on the track, I'm like, yeah, I gotta talk to him, because that's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's fire. Last question from me. Then we get into the fan questions. Then we'll be out of here. My last question is, do you have any, because I know I always ask producers this, because y'all are more in the background than the rappers and the singers, so y'all see a lot of stuff, but y'all don't really talk that much. So I was curious, do you have any crazy or funny stories that you done seen being around rappers or producers or singers?
Bruh, I'm such a fucking hermit crab. I can't even say that I've seen, like, most of my shit has been like sent, and like I really just started getting in the studio with artists. Okay, I'm good. I thought the phone was. Nah. I just started getting in the studio with artists around the time like I started working with Tiller, and like 2014 or whatever. But like I met Drake. I went to Drake's house, met him, and dude is like a regular dude too. Like, bro, it's so cool.
He's so big though. Like, I mean, he like a superstar. He's still a regular nigga. Like, you can just like.
Yes, like bruh, still like that's how it felt when I talked to him while we was there. Like, bruh, make jokes and all type of shit. He just connects with you. You know, like he just tries to connect with you.
Yeah.
For what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you're not gonna be his best friend now, but he's still cordial, cool, and like you know, bruh has some of the best food. You know, prepared for us while we stayed at his house. And
what you had?
Like, bro, chicken wings, and just he had a chef in there cooking like this shit that we normally eat, but it was just on another level. And we had some mac and cheese. I don't know what the fuck he put in that.
Was the chef black?
Yes.
Okay, had to be, because you know macaroni and cheese with black people be crazy, man. That should be off the chain.
He went in on it, man. I'm like, dude, it was so good, but yeah, like fuck, man, that was dope to just be there.
Okay.
I don't really have like no crazy stories, because honestly, hell, it was a party there too, but that was still their house, their personal house, so everybody was pretty respectful. There wasn't no crazy shit going on. And I mean, honestly, this is just one of the dopest moments I've had in my music career, just been in like parties and shit, because Kanye was there, fucking The Game was there, you know, French. There was a whole bunch of people that was just in there. I think 7th Streeter, all type of motherfuckers was out there. And I'm like, I still, I'm just still regular old me. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And like multiple records of mine came on. Like I'm talking, Right Back came on with Young Thug and Jeezy and shit. Fucking Let 'Em Know came on. Rambo came on. Know Yourself came on. And I'm like, these motherfuckers don't even know I produced this shit. It felt good to sit back and see how people reacted to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's one of my fucking dope stories.
Wow, that's crazy. All right. Well, let's get into these fan questions. We get out of here.
For sure.
First question from Young Nato. He says, "Big fan, but I'm curious. Who's your favorite porn star?"
Shit, let me think. Hold on. Let me think. Who is my favorite? There's so many of them. I liked a lot of them, man, for real. Fuck. They gonna make me go get my old laptop and go on my bookmarks. But bro, I like so many of them. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, to be honest, I sought after a girl kind of shaped like Cherokee.
Oh,
I
man.
wouldn't say that she's my favorite, but I like big butts, so that's just what it is.
Hey, man, I respect it. I respect that. I just left Earth. He asked. I just left Earth. Asks, who does he think kills his beats the best and why?
Who kills the beats the best? I can't even say, bro. I've worked with so many different people. Who has invoked the most emotion? I would say I'm connected with Tiller more than anything. Because I've known him before everybody. I've known him since, like, we haven't been super close, but the fact that we interacted and it was just cordial and cool in 2011, and bought a beat from me, I think it could have been 2010. And the fact that we met back up and, we achieved, like, this dope ass shit, man, like, nobody would ever understand that perspective, bro. So Tiller will be the guy.
Okay. Water Giver asks, how long ago did he make the Heartbeat?
Man, that shit was made like months ago. Months ago.
This year or last year?
This year.
This year?
It was made this year. Like, I think fucking probably January. I really don't remember.
So
I know it was.
No.
I'm trying to think. No. Yeah, you're right. It was after. Okay. I'm just trying to remember if it was before Christmas or after. It was definitely after, and I would say January. Somewhere in January is when we made that hit.
So he just made that song, really? Like, that's not okay.
Definitely just made that.
Okay. What is it? I can't see his name, but I see the leg. He asks, what is his favorite production credit so far, and does he have any? He said, what's your favorite production credit so far? And do you have any records on any upcoming albums?
Yeah, I do. I got records on Tiller shit coming out, and I got records on Chris Brown shit coming out as well. But fuck, who else? I got a dope monster ass record coming out with Sahara Prince called "Moving Around," man.
Okay.
With Schoolboy Q, this shit is so hard. I can't wait for it. I'm probably more excited for that one than anything right now, besides True to Self. But my favorite production credit right now, man, everybody's showing me so much love off this Location record, bro. I would say that might be my favorite one, you know what I'm saying, right now, because I got fucking 50-year-olds, 20-year-olds, you know what I'm saying, 30-year-olds, everybody coming up to me, like, connecting with me, and let me know how much they love that record, man. And it's I ain't never seen nothing like that.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
It is really, really good music. And I don't know, I got executive production credit on that as well. So on the album, you know what I'm saying? So I would say that's probably my favorite, credit situation.
Yeah. Well, just speaking of the niggas that sing like him, I feel like you have a really creative mind, and I could see, I don't know if you'd be interested in this, but I could see you on a beat or making a beat for somebody like Frank Ocean. Would you be open to stuff? I could see that.
Yes. Man, listen to Frank. I love Frank shit. I would, man. If there was ever a time where, you know what I'm saying, like, our music cross paths, that would be an amazing collaboration.
Yeah, that nigga Frank is fire. K12 ask him, how did he link up with OZ?
Oh, through Twitter. OZ just hit me up one day, and I just fucked with his energy, man. Like it wasn't even that he was just really, really energetic or aggressive. It's just I felt like he was me because I don't know. It's just how he reacted and just how certain things. So he sent me some beats and shit. And I would say he saw me from a tweet that Boy Wonder tweeted out. Boy Wonder had tweeted out, these are my favorite producers right now, and I was just one of them. So Ozzy reached out to me, and then ever since that day, man, it's been like my brother, man, like day one. Like he sent me a beat, and you know, I heard the greatness in him too. I can't say that I'm the first person to put him on because he put in some work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being from Switzerland and being able to impact the United States with his music and some people, you know what I'm saying, that's producing here that can't even do. Yeah, I wouldn't say that they can't, but you know, they haven't done the shit that he's done it from Switzerland. So just off the back, that should just let you know, like, you know, I understood that and I respected bro on that level, even when I, you know, initially meeting him because I knew he was a beast.
Okay. Okay. Last question from Maz to the. Oh, he has a couple questions. He says any advice for producers? How do you keep motivated, and what DAW do you use?
I use Fruity Loops relentlessly, man. And honestly, my motivation, what keeps me going, bro, is the fact that I keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that it ain't no matter what. Like it was so many obstacles that were thrown at me, and I feel like everybody in life has, you know, like we all have troubles, we all have things that come about, but it depends on how important it is to you where you're trying to go or what you're trying to push through. Because, bro, I've been in situations, you know, in my music to where it was like either you're gonna quit or you're gonna fucking just keep going. You're gonna take your shit on the chin or what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just. It's a lot of faith too, because a lot of the time you don't know if your shit's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the beauty of it to me too, because you know what I'm saying. Like, it's an exploration for me. Like, I feel like I still feel like I'm a rookie producer, bro. Like that ain't got shit, and all this shit is out here on my resume. But I'm in my studio right now, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to figure out what the fuck the next beat is. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing ever happened. And that's the type of drive you have to have. You can't get caught up in the clouds or, you know what I'm saying, when you get a record or whatever, or placement. You just have to have that continuous drive to just, it can't be money that motivates you. It can't be fame that motivates you. It has to be the music, purely the music. That's the only advice I can have for you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't love it, if this ain't what you absolutely love, don't even waste your time. Because, fuck, bro, like, you have to love this shit. Like, it's just what it is. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was in studio sleeping on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point. And, you know, like, fuck, damn near homeless. And, just still being there producing relentlessly. You know what I'm saying? With a smile on my face, like I had a home to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those moments that will just make you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Let you know, all right, you in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you married to this shit. This is what you gonna do. Period.
Hey, man, you made it, man. So.
Hell yeah.
Well, anything else you got to say before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to say I appreciate you, man, for reaching out to me, man. Like, you know, as producers, we be in our shells a lot in our studios, in our laptops, in our heads and stuff. We don't get a lot of platforms and a lot of time to express ourselves and just fucking, you know, tell our sides of the story. So I appreciate you for letting me,
of course,
you know, let you know my side on the things that I'm connected to. So, other than that, man, shoot, you know, hell, thank you. That's it, bro.
Hey, man.
I'm ready to get to this new piece of equipment I just bought.
Hey, man. Till next time, y'all know I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate and players gonna play, man. Holla at your boy.